What is up, the YouTube and the Steam blockchain? So today I want to talk a little bit about two games that are blockchain games, and on EOS they are called Unlimited Tower and EOS Dynasty. EOS Dynasty is basically like, how should I say this, a clone of EOS Knights, but with its own TKT token. Okay, I want to talk a little bit about this because I found it pretty interesting. Coming into this space January 2018, my friend told me about Steam blockchain. I found YouTube, I found how amazing it worked, and it still works amazing. And coming into soon 2 years, checking out this space, learning new stuff every day. Something that games like Unlimited Tower and EOS Dynasty is sort of what it's teaching me is that in terms of tokens that people earn. So when I came into the space early 2018, it was more scarcity of tokens in terms of how easy it is to access it. Okay, what these games are gonna do, what these on-chain games are gonna do, just as we have on Steam blockchain, also Steam Monsters, but what these games are gonna do when they have tokens. So for example, Unlimited Tower, it has its own UTG token, and it in real time drips out this token, right? If you win a game, so you get tokens every minute or so. And what this means is, with these distributed exchanges or decentralized exchanges, what they call DEX, means that instantly when the token gets released to you, you can sell it and convert it to whatever else. And we can just see how with game mining, this is going to be a very, very nice way of earning tokens without having to beg or anything like that. It's just going to be that a person just plays a game, or you just do some simple thing in a game, click a few buttons, you get the token instantly, and you can convert it to whatever else. Oh wow, this is kind of cool. Let's see. No, I can't show it to you, but it's a cool airplane. Hopefully it's not doing some chemtrail action. Okay, that's just a conspiracy. But no, it doesn't look. Looks like a normal plane. Looks like a normal plane. So, but yeah, I mean, how it worked early 2018 was it was just harder to get access to tokens. It was more of this scarcity feeling, right? But eventually, when you have really hundreds of these games right now on places, for example, like EOS, there's only a few decent games out right now with a built-in token. Like, it's so early. On Steam, we have a few games as well. But if you look at this in a timeline of a few years into the future, it should be hundreds or thousands of quality games. And what that means is a lot of scarcity will be going away. So you can just tell a person, well, just download this app, play this game, earn some tokens, convert it to this other token if you want a specific token. Because instantly when you have one of these tokens, you can just convert it, right? So it's kind of like Lord of the Rings, one ring to rule them all. Here it's just as when you have one token to rule them all, because you basically can convert it to thousands of tokens relatively easy when you connect all these chains together. And it's not really there right now, but I see how easy it is with, for example, Unlimited Tower, which is a Unity game that's being played in your browser. You just log into your EOS account, and you collect these various characters that play it is like Steam Monsters, but you have these characters instead of cards. So you have monsters and servants that you collect. It's a bit like Final Fantasy mixed with more Minecraft. And we're gonna see so many of these games. And if we take, for example, if we take EOS Dynasty, it's kind of hard to explain what it is, but I mean, a lot of these games are gonna be tap a button, mine, or do a fight, tap a button, do a fight against some monster, and a few minutes later you're gonna get some items. And for example, with EOS Dynasty, there is a built-in marketplace, so you can instantly buy and sell inside of the app, and it's an Android app. It might even be on iOS, but it's wow, there is a cat walking there with something in his, whoa, I think he caught a rat or something. Wow, that's so weird. Yeah, I saw a cat walking with a rat in his, this is a weird place, to be honest. But all games are gonna have a built-in marketplace. And right now, how it works with, for example, Steam, as I understood it, is, I mean, just because they're using fiat, it's not the same thing, because it's so hard. You need these what they call on-ramps, where people go from fiat to tokens. And I mean, the core thing is that people should sort of stay eventually in just tokens, because it's just better, right? But it's not really exactly there. But when a person when they stay in the token system, eventually it's just going to be better, because people don't like fees. People do not like fees. And if a person is going from fiat to tokens, it can be like $5 or $10 fee sometimes. And if you do that many times, it's just not affordable. So another thing is that it's very nice. We get better trackers of what kind of decentralized apps that works the best and has the most transactions and traffic. For example, we have Blocktivity, but we also have theapps.com, state of the apps, the app radar, where you basically can see on each chain, EOS, Steam, Tron, you can see Ethereum, all these chains. You can see what kind of apps are getting the most transactions and the most accounts that is communicating with the app. And it basically gives you an easy way of see where the real value in terms of traffic and users and sort of volume in terms of tokens being transacted. So we're gonna see a lot of benefits eventually with sort of more transparency, but it's really gonna be interesting how abundance is gonna change this space, because people are going to become, or they're going to be able to be more, let's say, natural, where they can just feel that they can be themselves. And even though that sounds super cheesy, and it's probably a corrupted word as well, like be yourself, because that is people using it so much that, and eventually everyone's just copying each other, right? It's to be truly authentic is it's probably something a person needs to work upon if they want that, because we follow so many stuff and it really influences a human a lot, and we don't really know if something came from, if it was truly about our desire or our intention, or if it was some external outside influence. But people will be able to be more, I think, authentic and earn value from that when they realize, oh wait a sec, it's not super panic mode with tokens, because I can just mine it in a game by clicking a few buttons, and I can basically get these tokens, and then I can convert it to something else. And that's really, really cool. That is really, really, really awesome. So it's nice, but if we genuinely look at this space right now, it is there's not that much cool apps out right now. It's so early, and that's also something that people say a lot. Oh, it's so early, but it really is early, because I don't know, it's just early. For example, there's so much stuff that we don't know. There's so much stuff that we don't know in terms of, we only go from the impressions that we get, the sense impressions that we take in during a day. So there's so little data that we have gathered about the world. So, and for example, when a person is using their computer, they, for example, use Google a lot, they maybe use some social network or something, but mainly going to sort of the same sources. And there's a lot of stuff that we're missing out on, and that we can't see activity going on. There's so much stuff that we don't know, basically. So if I take a look at the habits and stuff that you do each month or week, right now it's almost every day there's something new coming up, something that sort of makes you wonder a bit more about where this whole space is going. And I mean, that is fascinating. That's fascinating. So right now I'm playing basically Unlimited Tower and EOS Dynasty, and I think that eventually in the future people are just maybe they're gonna play max 3 games or so, and it's gonna be the games that gives the most value, but also that is the most fun. So it's going to be cool. It's really gonna be cool to see how blockchain games are gonna be developed, because then people can build basically virtual worlds much easier, and in a way it sort of becomes, I talked about this in the past, but it becomes like a parody. It really becomes like a parody, because the way most people right now look at value is they look at money, this thing that we invented, like money. But people in the blockchain space, they sort of realize, oh, wait a sec, money is something, this is an idea, it's something that humans believe in, and people can invent a token or an item, and if someone believes in that, it has value. If people just start transact with that, it basically has value. So you sort of see, oh, wait a sec, this money energy thing that humans have put a lot of energy into, this concept of money, sort of realize, oh, it's just an illusion in many ways. But it's also, illusions can be very real. I mean, even an illusion can be useful, right? Because if everyone is believing in an illusion, and if it's real, and if someone believes in it, it's useful. So an illusion can also be quite useful, but we're making the whole value system into virtual reality, ones and zeros, and that gets pretty wonky if you really look at it. Because if you really look at the internet very close up, in depth, with a lot of involvement, you can see that, I mean, this is some text, this is some ones and zeros. It's not really something super advanced. We are making up the meanings of what we see. So yeah, we're going into, let's just say, an interesting time. I think in some ways it sort of is as humans are gonna see that we sort of zoomed in almost. We sort of zoomed in on a gadget and looked at life. Oh, okay, this is life, right? And then I think what's gonna happen is people sort of, as with the camera, they just zoom out the lens, and that gets interesting. That gets really, really interesting, because it sort of is as if they see the full picture eventually. So it's almost as if they saw their whole life in a little virtual reality screen, and then they zoom out, and whoa, now they see everything, right? But the everything was always there. So this is fun topics. This is really fun topics. I'm gonna play a little bit more of EOS Dynasty and Unlimited Tower. It's very cool with these items, because people are gonna be very, I think that in many ways these tokens are gonna have massive value, because game tokens have value, because people are gonna be so identified with the brand, with the cool brand, with cool tokens, with cool items, and for example, one game character that looks a little bit awesome, people are gonna pay more for that one, because it is something about it. And brand is such a big thing. Brand is such a big thing that eventually in this space, people just want to have fun, right? People just want to have fun and get some knowledge, have fun, get some more knowledge, have fun, but just chill. Chill. Even though in some ways it's also kind of serious. Value and things like that, because people believe in it, right? And how much memory can a gadget hold? A gazillion times more than you, right? How many ones and zeros can a gadget hold? A gazillion times more than you. And eventually you see how we're doing these small, super small memory sticks that basically can store a gazillion ones and zeros. So it's very fun in many ways. That people talk about, oh, we are walking into billionaire times, trillionaire times, quadrillionaire times, and this is just, what is it even? It's who knows? It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. The future is gonna be very interesting. Have an awesome day, DTube. Have an awesome day, Steam, blockchain. Bye bye.